Come on in. My name is Bill Tobin, and this is your restaurant success tip of the day.
Finally, this week, I want to tell you a story about I was in an online forum, and a new restaurateur was asking about whether $3,000 for monthly rent was reasonable. And lots of people were saying, well, we need to know your menu. We need to know more about the location. We need to know more about what your concept is and what you are doing in your restaurant. And my response was, well, can you make $30,000 a month to break even in sales? And several people asked, well, how do you know it has to be $30,000 a month if you don't know the details about it, what his menu, what his food costs are, what his labor costs are, and such and such? And my response was that if you use full service restaurant industry averages, industry averages for rent or occupancy costs is between 6 and 12%. I use 10% or 8% for my calculations, and if the rent is $3,000 a month, I just divide that rent number by occupancy costs of 10%, and I get $30,000 a month as a clear break even in my industry averages experience. And the industry averages are a great tool to use when evaluating how your restaurant is doing. We know that your food costs and your labor costs together, known as your prime costs, should be in the range of less than 65. Hopefully it's less than 60, and even better if it's less than 55%. And we know this through years of data and successful restaurateurs. We also know that years of data and successful restaurateurs shows that the industry average is 5 cents profit for every dollar of sales. Now that means that there are some restaurants who are making 20 cents profit for every dollar in sales, and there are restaurants that are losing 15 cents or 10 cents for every dollar of selling. So there's people that we're talking about averages, and some are doing better and some are doing worse. And on all your percentages, whether it's food costs or labor costs, you shave a percentage or two on labor costs, you might be able to have a higher food cost because you're averaging things out. But if you're shaving percentages on all your different costs and you have great sales, then maybe you're throwing a lot of money or a higher percentage down to the bottom line. But industry averages are really good as a way to evaluate what your numbers are or where you might be able to find savings in different areas. If your paper costs, as an example, are 15%, then there's probably something really wrong with either your sales number or the amount of money you're spending on paper for your restaurant. And paper, I mean packaged, like takeout, napkins, all the different things that we use that are paper in our restaurant. And if you don't know industry averages, they're available through your restaurant associations, through different websites such as restaurantowner.com, or you can check my website at restaurantleadership365.com. And there are industry averages available through lots of different sources, and many of us share the same sources to share that information with you. But it's a great way to evaluate your restaurant. So your task for today, look up industry averages and see how your full service restaurant compares to the industry averages. Now go make it happen.
Do you have a comment or a tip for restaurant leaders? Text me at 808-201-0550 or find me at restaurantleadership365.com. This is Bill Tobin. Thanks for coming in. See you tomorrow.